Well, and welcome again. Let's continue talking about some structures here in your Android project. And let's talk about the directory, the resource directory. Okay, it's very common uh, to fill at the beginning. We don't have too much information about it. Obviously, you can go to the Android website and read with details or see more details about these directories and structures and everything. Okay, so well, when you have 5 minutes or maybe more, you can go and read more about it. Okay, so let me move. Sorry, let me change something in my screen, in my other screen, because I like to see how much time I am using for record this video. Okay, so well, let's see. And well, in the res directory, you will find resources, like I said before, a lot of kind of resources. Okay, by default we have only 5 options: drawable, layouts, bitmap, values, and XML. Okay, but we have more options. For example, I will show you if you want to add animation. Okay, for example, well, the most common way is click here, new Android resource directory. Yep, and we can put here animation, anim directory. We can put here, well, I didn't see animation here, but we can use transition. Okay, and I think, I don't remember if it's the correct way, transition. No, well, if you see, we changed that. And one important thing is, for example, you will see something like this, but let me delete one. I just want to show you, you can play with this without fear, so don't worry. For example, just click here and try to find delete here. Okay, and it's okay, you don't have to worry about it. If you have a mistake here or you have something wrong, you don't have to worry. Android Studio is very clear with the rules, so you will see some message. Okay, so for example, again, let's click here in resource, we put here new, and I will put directory. Okay, I will put here let me think about it. Let's put anim, like I said before. You see here, well, it's okay. I can put anim. Anim is like I said before, is for animations. But well, in the last versions, for example, the most common way to add an animation is use another directory, another name is animator, for example, and you can use it. Okay, so well, that kind of rules you will see, and you can find this in the official documentation. Okay, go to the website developer.android.com. So you don't have to worry. If you want to delete, just click delete, and well, if you see, it's like it's like your computer. Okay, if you want to create a new file, well, you can do it. You can do that. If you want to delete the file, well, just select this, and just, my recommendation is play with Android. Okay, if you want to learn faster, well, try to have some mistakes, and this is the way to learn. Okay, well, drawable is for a image. Okay, if you see here, we have 2 elements, but it's XML files, but it's very common to find files JPG or GIFs or PNG. Okay, so it's not the only kind of files, but well, maybe later we will add some different files. Okay, but keep in mind is image. Okay, the most common way is an image. Okay, to find in drawable. Layouts is about the user interfaces. Okay, so the user interface you have, for example, in your application, it's not the correct way to say it, but it's an easy way to explain this. Okay, if you have 5 screens in your application, probably you will find 5 layouts here. Okay, it's not real always. It's not a true always, but well, we can try to put a number, okay, in your mind. If you find 5 screens, maybe you have 5 layouts. Actually, one layout could be you can use again or 3 times in a different screens. Okay, so that's why I am saying it's not always true, but it's a easy way to explain at the beginning for any developer. Okay, well, layouts is the user interface. Actually, I will click here and you will see something like this. Well, you can use this tool to work with interface, but in the right side, in the top, you can click here in code option and you will see the code. Okay, it's the same file. Actually, it's the same file, but the difference is you are editing this file inside, okay, from this using the code for this. But if you prefer to do that or change the tools or change the properties or the values from using design, well, you just change the tab and you can work here. In my personal point, I prefer use the code, okay, because it's very clear, everything is very faster. You can use autocomplete, so for me it's very easy to do that. But well, I know I am the old school from Android. I am working with Android since 10 years, so well, I am old school. Okay, probably you will find a lot of new developers using design, and it's okay. It's the same, you can do the same things. Okay, so it's just a preference. Well, about the mipmap, mipmap is to work with selectors. Okay, the most common thing you will find here in the mipmap is the icons. Okay, because we have a very particular behavior here. Okay, I will explain you later this behavior when we want, for example, to export the project maybe in a cell phone, or I don't know, maybe when we want to launch the app in the Play Store. I don't know, maybe I will explain you the special behavior, but for now you can keep in mind this map is for icons. Okay, and well, we have the values. If you see the values, we have a different kind of values. You have values about colors, for example. You have it's a good way to reuse the code, because you don't have to put this in each file. You only call by a name, so you will use black, white, blue, orange, and you put here the specific color, and it's very easy to remember the name of the color. So it's most complicated if you want to remember this. Okay, and well, about the strings is another good practice. Actually, it's a real important practice, good practice for Android developers, because if you want to export later your application from different languages, Spanish, French, Japanese, I don't know, a lot of languages, you need to use strings files. Okay, so each strings file is for each language. Okay, and themes, we have a themes option. If you see, we have, for now, we have 2 themes, because the most common thing is you have the standard or the by default themes, or the default theme, and you have a night theme, so the light mode and the dark mode. Okay, that's the way to see that. And well, we have the XML. For now, this is a very specific rules. If you see this, if you can open here to it's a definition, so from to some use cases. Okay, and here data extraction rules is the same, so it's just a rules. Okay, for now, maybe we can play later with this one too. Okay, but well, this is the directory, the resource directory. You will see it's very interesting. So you don't, this is by default options, but we have other directories. For example, like I said before, go to the documentation and you will learn this. But for example, we have raw. Okay, probably you will see something like this. If you want a resource but you don't want to use an ID, for example, maybe you don't know in this moment what is the meaning of ID. That's why I say always, don't worry, let's see later. But if you want to create if you want to have a resource without the ID, for example, you need to put this raw directory and add this resource in this directory. Okay, well, let me delete this, and I here, and well, see you later. Bye bye.